Alright guys, on today's video I have a special guest, my friend Kate.
Hello, this is Matt. You know him.
I'm Matt, and we're going to talk about video game vinyl.
Oh, you have vinyl video game music?
Yeah!
Oh! I thought you were showing me jazz!
Jazz?
I don't know!
No, this is all video games.
Oh, shit.
So thank you, Kate, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me on your show.
You took like a 5-minute break from playing video games to come hang out with us. Really appreciate that.
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's very nice to be outside. In the outside places.
First off, I'm a video gamer. I'm not just a music guy. Ever since I was a kid, I love video games. Kate blows me out of the water. I feel like I don't even play video games, compared to her.
I mean, it's at an obsessive level. It's not even like something I could be proud of anymore.
What are the games you're currently playing?
I've been playing Fallout 4 because I got it on Cyber Monday sale for like $20. And
good deal.
It's amazing, but I got blown up by a missile launcher right before I came here and I'm super mad. Yeah.
Oh, this is revenge.
Oh, I'm gonna get, not here.
Oh,
I'm not
good.
gonna seek revenge here.
Maybe just sort of like smash our setup and like break my records.
No.
It'd be terrible.
Be my friend anymore.
Then it would be called Not Enough Records. You're also a big World of Warcraft player.
Yes.
You're still active.
I just deactivated my account this month because I can't do it anymore.
Azeroth lost a beautiful soul this month.
I'll be back.
So, video games are awesome, but something that people don't talk about often is video game music. Mm-hmm. And I feel like original soundtracks don't get enough credit.
No, they don't.
And there are some that are absolutely breathtaking.
Yes.
And the cool thing is, with the vinyl resurgence, there are some companies and labels that are actually putting out a lot of video game soundtracks, especially indie video game soundtracks. A lot of like the stuff you'll find on Steam or PSN or, Xbox Store. I don't have an Xbox, I don't know what it's called. You can find those soundtracks.
Microsoft Store.
Microsoft Store.
Microsoft Store.
There you go. You can find those soundtracks on vinyl, and they always do really cool packaging and cool colored vinyl.
I've never seen any of these.
Well, I have a couple to show you today.
Excellent. I'm very excited to see
And I think you have some songs you want to talk about with me.
I do.
Well, then we'll share them with you. Would you like to go first with something with your show and tell?
Oh, this is tough. I have a collection of 4 to go through. Should I just start strong? I'm going to start strong. I'm going to go with 007 Goldeneye on N64.
Game. The amount of hours I spent as a kid and
yeah.
adult. Actually, that became a good party game.
It and get a little bit. Isn't it nice? It was the first video game I ever actually played. So I have some notes on this actually. This Goldeneye record is very interesting. So if you've ever...
Oh my god, that's so interesting that you have that Grant Kirkhope, because one of my records is also Grant Kirkhope.
Really?
Yeah.
So anyway, they go with the original Goldeneye theme, but then it is remixed for the video game, and it's has to be one of the most successful remixes that's ever been created. If we can pull it up, you can't hear it, but I can make this guy listen to it.
I've listened to it, but don't listen again. It's
so good. If you get a chance, look up the Goldeneye soundtrack song for this game.
Like the title music?
It's the title music. It's the song from the movie that they remixed for the video game, and it has this cool, it has this kind of
like a dark synthy kind of like...
That's what I'm looking for, synthy kind of remix, and it's really, really awesome. And it really stands the test of time, because this has been around for a long time.
It does, and I would still listen to it today, and in fact, I do, because I have something to show you, and I'm kind of to jump into your show and tell right now.
Okay.
So this is not a licensed Nintendo product, this is a bootleg.
Ooh.
But I recently acquired...
What is that? No!
This is a cassette tape.
Oh my god, look at the cassette tape, though.
Of GoldenEye's soundtrack. And like I said, not licensed, so don't ask me where to get it. It's a secret.
So pretty.
But please take a look and then show off that cassette, if you will.
I mean, this is gorgeous. This blows my little cartridge out of the water. I hope that's in focus.
The aesthetic is amazing, the way they did that. It's the life bar and just like...
how do you even get away with
gold cartridge.
It's beautifully done.
That's a great pick. That's one of my favorite soundtracks. And I actually hope it comes to vinyl. I'm not sure if it ever will, but if it does, it would sell out instantly. They could do like a black... with James Bond blood coming down for the color, like when he dies.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hire me to come up with your variants.
Marketing.
I will nail it. We're talking N64. We're talking Grant Kirkhope.
Yep.
I'm going to continue on that exact N64 Grant Kirkhope train. Grant. Oh, good old Granty K. This was a game that was a large portion of my childhood, and I played it to completion as a kid, and as an adult, I think in college I beat it. It's a beautiful game visually, and the audio is amazing.
What is it?
And I'm going to tell you what it is
excited.
Real soon. It is Banjo Kazooie.
I've never heard of it in my life.
That's absurd. There's no way you haven't heard of this. Really?
I was living under a rock called England. Was this in England?
Banjo Kazooie is a platformer from the N64 era where you play as Banjo. Now, this is a hyper-realistic version of them. They're cartoons in the game. But you play as Banjo, and he's a bear, and then Kazooie's his little bird pal in his backpack. And with the bird, you can kind of like fly around with him, and you fight enemies, and you collect these little jigsaw pieces to complete puzzles that are actually levels. And the music is incredible. It's just the most childlike romp through these beautiful worlds, and the music adds this element that without it, it would just be a completely different experience.
Oh, that's nice.
Should we throw up the track just so you can
please.
hear it? So, as you just heard, it's a lot more upbeat than Goldeneye soundtrack, which is so industrial and dark.
Yes.
This is like this really whimsical kind of journey. And
hilarious.
The vinyl pressed by I Am 8-Bit, which is one of the companies that's pressing a lot of the video game soundtracks, they did a really cool variant, or a colorway, which is, one is on this brown vinyl, which is Banjo, obviously. And then, can you guess what the other one's on? No. Kazooie colored vinyl.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
So it's this really vibrant red.
I'm gonna see my hand through it.
Oh yeah, it's a little it's a little translucent. But I just thought this was so well done. I actually, when I first got into records, I thought to myself, I wonder what video game soundtracks I would like to have on vinyl. And then this was not a thing. Yeah. And maybe 2 years into me collecting records, they announced it, and I remember I woke up and saw the announcement. I freaked out.
I have money.
I was like, I don't have money. I'm gonna buy this anyway.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, so this is really cool, and the back has the back of the. It's a really. I like the art so much. I like the really super realistic.
It really is.
His eyes, look how striking his eyes.
Yeah.
What else you got?
This was the first role-playing game I ever played that really got me into fantasy. This was before Skyrim, obviously. It is, of course, Fable. It is beautiful. It still stands the test of time. Have you ever played the original?
I love.
Did you play all of them?
I played 1, 2. I don't know if I ever beat 3. Mm-hmm. I got really annoyed at the one where you beat the last boss by shooting him and he dies in one hit. Which one was that? So the first one, I actually have a crazy story about the first one.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt your
flow,
but so basically, there was this whole alternate reality game around Fable when it came out on the official Fable forums, where do you remember beating it and feeling like there was more?
Yeah.
There was like a sense of like there's a lot more happening, but it's not revealed. Like there were all these clues about like these paintings and like where there was like a painting that was missing or a painting that depicted this dragon and there was no dragon. And, and everyone was like, well, what's the rest of it? Yeah. So there was this guy on the forums called the Better Bard. That was his username, and he wrote these poems and limericks that people thought he was official from the team that made it. And he would allude to all of these rumors about more content, like doing this, unlocking content. As a kid, I freaked out following him.
I would too.
And I remember my crown moment of this was I responded to him asking a specific question, and in his next rhyme, he referenced my username and responded directly to what I said. And I was like, but it turns out he was just a fan who just was having fun, and it was so realistic.
And gave you an awesome memory. Thanks,
gave me an awesome memory. So honestly, Fable was enhanced for me because of that experience. So whether or not it was real or not, it felt real. It felt cool to be a part of something. Yeah. The game is great.
But it's amazing. Actually, I've written down what my favorite track is. My favorite track is Bowerstone. The track that plays in Bowerstone. It's very upbeat, very town-like. There's chickens and children running around. It's very nice. And I thought this was exceptional because the composers are Russell Shaw and Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman? I've heard of him.
Isn't that amazing? So if you're a fan of Danny Elfman and you're not necessarily a fan of this game yet, give it a shot. That can be your in. It's a lot of fun. It awakened something in me that has stayed awake, and that's why I still play video games. I fell in love with video games during playing this game. I remember going back to the game store the next day and being like, do you have anything else like this? And he was like, no, we don't.
He's like, whoa, you need to calm down.
Have you tried World of Warcraft? I'm like, no, I can't. I shouldn't.
So this next one is a box set I recently picked up, and it's of a game that came out this year.
Okay.
It was the most disappointing game of the year. Can you guess what it is?
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky. Now, No Man's Sky, if you know of it, was a game with grand expectations.
Everyone was like, oh my god, I can't wait to live in this game forever.
It could have been the best game of all time. And instead it was arguably the biggest disappointment in any game I've ever played.
I feel like Pokemon Go's on a par with that right now as well.
You were into Pokemon Go for a while, though.
Oh my god!
I fell off the train fast, and you were just like in it for a while.
I was in like tournaments and championships, and then I was like, whatever. And championships.
So the only redeeming quality of No Man's Sky is the music. So this is a really pretty box set.
Look how many.
What this is. Okay, so the reason I like this music is because a band called 65 Days of Static, which is one of my favorite post-rock bands that incorporates elements of electronic music and rock into these great soundscapes. They did the soundtrack for this. So they did the original soundtrack and the soundscapes.
Wow.
The one thing I liked about this game was just flying around and listening to the music. It was very peaceful.
Yeah.
But then when you tried to actually have fun in it, that's when it stopped being fun. So it's like a meditation thing now. If I want to just relax, I would just kind of open it up and just like...
I do that with Guild Wars. Same thing, music,
it's
landscapes.
it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
But the game itself, I don't care they just put out a big update. I'm not impressed. Nothing short of a Star Wars crossover will get me to join No Man's Sky's world.
Oh,
in
wow.
terms of like a serious, like, I'm playing it.
Gosh.
But all these really cool little images on the front of each disc, and like I said, it's a 4-disc. They also have like a 2-disc pressing of this, and I think I Am 8-Bit might have done a colored pressing. But I wanted all the music because that's only the redeemable factor of it. So yeah, it's super nice box set. I wish that the game had half the care that this box set had. So that's a lot of video game music we just told you about. We want to know what your favorite video game songs are.
Please tell us. We need more in our lives.
Leave comments. Let us know what your songs are, and we'll listen to them, and we'll give you our thoughts.
Absolutely.
And if you want to follow Kate, she has a ton of social media.
Please do. I'm on Twitter. I'm at KateIsTweets. You can find me on Instagram at KateInRealLife. You can also find me on Facebook at the same handle. And on YouTube, KateInRealLife are my fun little vlogs, and I think you'll like them, so check them out.
I'm going to put all that in the description in case you missed that or you don't want to rewind it. It'll be there for you to click.
So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my lovely friend Matt here for more awesome videos. Watch part 2 here.
Right here. Right there.
And subscribe.
New videos every Wednesday.